Hello, Sam Owens here, and I've got a neat thing here that is from Astarth, and they make some furniture ideas, and this is a ladder bookshelf with 5 tiers, and it's flat on the back with a ladder look. So we're going to assemble this. This is going to be the big part of that, and I'm going to show it all on my dining room table that I've got it prepared. Now the first thing is I'm going to take in and let you see what the box looks like and how the parts are all laid in there. The first thing you should do is take the inventory list that they show you, and I think there's one in here, right here, and inventory everything before you begin to be sure that you're not missing something. Okay, so that's important. The quantity, they show a picture and everything, so I'm going to be doing that but not showing it in the video. So I'm going to have it all inventory laid out and ready to go when I begin the assembly. So let's go in and look at what you get in the box. Now this is the general look when it's complete, and also they have security to strap it to the wall so that it doesn't teeter over. Okay, so and here's what I'm going to be looking for in the parts, screws, and all of that. Make sure the quantity is there. All accounted for, except I'm not going to count 75 screws. If there's one missing, I can get a hardware to replace that. Everything is here. I'll just see, the book is written well, and we've done the first step, inventory, and it's talking about not over tightening screws, because that's the worst thing you can do, because things need to shift around. Okay, here are the first steps of assembling the shelf, and they're doing shelf number 1, and these are the borders that go around each shelf, and I got them in the order that I'm going to need to take them off, and we go through all 5 steps. So I'm going to show you one, and then you'll see each one is going to be the same. Okay, and it's showing the tools and places to place them. I just realized these are special screws. Look at the size of them, and these are the holes that they're going to mount in. This one takes 3 on the bottom, and what you're going to do is place your shelf here, and the side rails are going to go here, here, and this back rail is going to go here. So that's how they're going to do 3, 4, 5. So you got all those. I got to get enough 3 and 9 screws. 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. I'm going to lay this out the way it's going to go on. Orientate the pieces. These side rails, there's 2 holes there, and you want the hole toward the front. See, there's no hole there. So this is the front, this is the back. I've turned it around so it's easier for me to work with. And this is all up, so it's ready to go. I'm going to put the back shelf on first, or the back border on. And what I do is put it up like this, get this up on end, and I'm just going to get the end screws in, just like this. And I'm going to use the screwdriver just to get it started. Oh, that's the Allen. I'm going to have to get one of these bits for my my cordless drill there, and that'll make things easy. This is going to take too long this way. So, but you can do it. You can put the end in here and just kind of wind these around. Okay, so, and you get the center one in. Now, I'm not going to leave them out in that position, but I'm going to try and get something for my drill to show how much better this will work. Because this would take a while, plus it's rough on your fingers. So I'm just going to lay this down. This is an Allen head, and this is a H4 bit that I had, Allen bit. and it goes in there perfect. And then what you want to do is put your torque down to the lowest setting so you don't over tighten these things. See, I can hold this with my hand, okay? So make sure you do that and not up at a high clutch rate. All right, now we're gonna try these and see if things don't go a little bit better. Okay, now once you've got them all three in, I can just kind of, isn't that gonna be beautiful? Okay, I got to torque her up, and once I find it, it'll be good. Okay, right there. And notice how I'm doing it. If you haven't worked with a drill like this, don't go over with it too much. Okay, and I don't want them sticking up and going into the table. So do try to make them close down. And then we'll take this one. The hole should line up and on the bottom. And I'm going to put a couple of screws in there. Get them hand tight to start with. And then just go down here. And here. Now notice I'm not putting them in tight, I'm just kind of stopping short. Then over here, again, you want to get the right end. The holes down and this at the end. If you get them wrong, you're going to have to go back and put them back in. Then this goes over here. And they line up pretty good. Okay. See, it's protecting itself and not getting it over tight. Okay, now we've got these two here. So 7, it actually takes 7 and 9. So let's get this one in. And each one, you might as well get 9 screws out. And it'll go together good. This is not a hard project. Okay. Now, that's the first shelf, number 1 at the top. And they get wider as they go down. Now, I'm going to go through and tighten them up a little bit more. Okay, and those two at the end. So make sure you get them all. Now what you can do is put these shelves over to the side. I'm going to put mine right down against the wall. I'm going to get the next one. Number 2, shelf number 2. And you put them out how it works for you. I just adopted this as it looked easy. And I get 2, and I'm going to put them with the holes up like this toward me. And here's 2 here, and I want the holes up so I can pop it right down. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this up like I did before, and both sides are the same. But if you have a nick or something, look them both over and see which side you like the best. Okay, now I'll put this on right here. Get one of them in. Okay, have my drill ready. Okay, and I like to get the ends. Over, holes lines up. And I think I'm going to cut down time of picking the drill up. See how you can kind of make things work a little faster once you see how things go together. And then I'll just run around and get them all in position at the same time. And right there. And we'll get these in. Now this will be much faster. I think you'll agree. Okay, now I'm just going to go along and just hammer them in. And didn't have that one quite in. So you want to make sure your bit gets all the way in. And then you have to get the clutch up a little bit more on some, or get a little tight. Okay, let me get these tight to make sure. And the rest of them I already got tight. So that's shelf number 2, all assembled. Okay. I'm going to put the others together, then we'll come back after all the shelves are put together, and then we'll start assembling the rest of it. Now we're at this stage right here, and they're showing you an insert here of how these are constructed. There's items 7 and 8, and you have 2 7s and 2 8s, but only 2 of them are marked. The others have no markings at all, and all they want to show you is how one goes and the other will follow. But if you'll notice, there's 2 holes here and 1 hole there. 7 goes into the front section of this. This is 6 right here. This part right here is 6. So you lay it there. And then you take, this is 7 right here. That's right here. Now I've got it so that you can see the number, but what you do is, you notice there's a cutout in there. This hole has to line up with the hole that's in there. So it has to go like that. And then this one, 8, goes in the back. And what it does is this hole has to line up with that. Right there. That's the only way they'll go, and there's a screw that's going to go into there. Now, if you'll notice, there's 2 holes there and 1 hole for 7. That must be the important thing. So from this, you can see how you lay it out. Then the others, you'll do it identical. With your little package of 4 screws, but they actually give you an extra one, 5 in here. You're going to take 2 of these screws out, and you're going to place them right into these locations. And let's see, it's going to take your Phillips screwdriver. That's this right here, and it's just good to go ahead and put it in here and kind of work this around until it will go in. It should go in really easy. And then give her a tightening. Then the other one, come around, and you'll do this one. And it's good to put the screw on the end of it, stick it through the hole, kind of work this around until it will catch. Okay. There. Okay. And then I'll just screw her down. And then I'm going to tighten them both up. And I'm going to do the other one the same way. Okay, there's one right there. And then these 2 are identical. There's a screw hole, they'll only go one way. But I'll end up with 2 screw holes on one side. Whoop, just know this is going to be the other way. Whoop. Let's see. Yep, it's going to be a little different. They'll be on different sides. And this will go like this. Okay, and I do the same thing there. And I think they're going to show. Yep. That's it. Perfect. All right, let's go and see what we got. Put this in. And I'll do this one. And with one screw left over, that's okay. And this needs this. Once you get one correct, and that's why they mark them, the other has to come out correct. Okay. There we go. Now, just previous, I had this turned over. You want to line them up the same way, where all the screws are on the same side. Just like in this illustration right here, they're showing all of them. So it's just a matter of turning this over when you're done so that you've got it lined up properly. Okay, now we're going to go to the next step. Real easy step. Just put the feet in. And these are adjustable so that you, if the floor is a little uneven or something, you can use this to level it up when you're finished. So I'm just going to put it all the way in. Okay, next step. Lay these down where the screws are facing one another. And then what you can do is this will be the front, this will be the back. And what you do is have your shelf ready, and I'll start at the base, and we will put it in the correct direction. And these screw holes right here will go into there. And you see they're kind of diagonal a little bit. So you want to think about it carefully. You want the shelf up. That's the top. So this is the bottom and this is the top. So you want them in that configuration. Now what I'm going to do is screw on this side first and then swing this up. Now if you have some help, it'd be nice and they can hold it. I don't have any, so I'm going to take a couple of screws out. Don't lay them in the place where you're going to have to set this. But think about it right now, and this is the way it's going to be. So what I want to do is put this like that. Let's see. Yep. Because the two holes are going to be at the bottom, like that. And then make sure that your other items are out far enough. And I'm going to take two screws and I'm going to screw in the top one right here just to hold on to something. So get it like this. And so you're going to get the first shelf, and I go all the way through and watch it. You got to hold this stuff a little bit with your hands since you don't have any help. And it might be nice to have your little Allen wrench. You don't want the drill yet, just to get it to hold, okay? And then get one in the bottom. And see, you'll know you got it right because there's two holes there, one hole here, and they're in the proper position. So, and that should line up. And you may have to pick this up. And now things are going to start to stay in place. And there we go. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is move this over to the side so that I can take my drill and get those in position so it'll hold it. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and make sure you get in. See, that's not all the way in. There it is. And I'm going to get these. Okay. First side in. Now, I have two options. I could just go ahead and put the other one on, or I could just walk right down and put all the shelves on in one line, then pull that up and work on that side, and that's the way I think I'm going to do it. It's laying in the correct position with the two holes at the bottom. That's the main thing, and it should just line right up. Got my screws with me, and now it's just a matter of I can start at either end and everything should go the same. Okay, this is the step that I just completed, and this is the last thing, is the installation has been completed. You can do this with all the items that you want to put. Could be plants, could be books, could be CDs. I don't know about CDs. It have to be memory cards. Then you just line it up, and that looks pretty good from what I see. Let me get back here. Okay, but that's what a place like that is screaming for. Now they do show anchoring this to the wall. Now, folks, I did find that this is the attached to the wall kit. These are zip ties, and here's the hardware and the screws that you would attach this to the wall. There's two of them right here, and there's instructions in there that show you how to do this. Just mount them. I'm not going to mount them to the wall. I'm just going to explain it. And you mount these two next to each arm that goes down, supporting leg, and then you just pop these through like that, tie them off, and it will hold it secure. If you want to, you should do that though. Okay, that's the project, and you see it really won't take you long, and now you see how it's put together. Try it. I think you'll like it. All right, I want to thank you very much for watching my videos.